It's a common thing for immigrants to want to play it safe. We don't want to rock the boat. We're taught to be respectful, to work hard, and to let our results speak for themselves. But in the American workplace, silence is often mistaken for disengagement, or worse, for incompetence. Hi there! Welcome to Finding Your Voice. I am your host, Joyce Talig. I am a leadership coach. I help immigrant professionals like you find your authentic voice so you can thrive in your corporate career here in the United States. So today, we're going to talk about why speaking up is important for your success in the American workplace culture. And we will also discuss strategies to overcome the fears that are holding you back. There are 3 reasons why immigrant professionals hold back. The first is fear of being seen as disrespectful or too aggressive. The second is the imposter syndrome, or the fear of saying the wrong thing. And third is that thought or thinking that your hard work alone will get you noticed. Many of us come from cultures where hierarchy is deeply respected. And speaking up, especially in front of authority figures, can feel inappropriate or even rude. In contrast, American workplaces value direct communication, debate, and self-advocacy. What we may perceive as talking out of turn might be perceived in the American workplace as confidence and leadership potential. When English isn't our first language, or we feel like an outsider, we tend to second guess ourselves. What if I say something wrong? What if I'm misunderstood because of my accent? What if I'm not smart enough? The truth? Clarity is more important than perfection. Your expertise matters more than how flawlessly you phrase your thoughts. Many immigrants were raised with the idea that if we work hard, someone will reward and recognize our efforts. But in the American workplace culture, visibility is key. Promotions and opportunities often go to those who know how to self-advocate, not just to those who work the hardest. So now, here are 3 ways for you to overcome these fears and start speaking up with confidence. So first, reframe speaking up as a contribution, not self-promotion. Instead of thinking, I don't want to draw attention to myself, think about it this way. Shift your mindset to, I have something valuable to add to the conversation. Your ideas, perspectives, and experiences are all contributions. If you don't speak up, your team misses out on those insights. Next, you can start small and build confidence. If speaking up in a meeting feels daunting to you, then take baby steps. Ask questions, summarize a point, or agree with your colleague's insight before stating your own. The more you practice, the more natural it feels. And finally, own your story and identity. Instead of trying to blend in, embrace your identity. Yes, you may have an accent. Yes, you may come from a different cultural background, but those differences are strengths, not weaknesses. People remember confidence, the way you carry yourself, and the way you own your expertise. Those are what makes an impact. Here's what I want you to take away. You deserve to be heard. You belong in the room. And the more you speak up, the more you'll realize that your voice is an asset, not a liability. If these resonated with you, then I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let me know, what's that one challenge that you have when it comes to speaking up at work? And don't forget to subscribe for more content on building confidence, leadership, and career success. Thank you for watching my video. I'll see you in the next. Before we wrap up, I want to introduce a segment where I will break down some useful English terms that will help you communicate more effectively in the workplace. Today's words and phrases are: number 1, talking out of turn. This means speaking when it's not your turn or interrupting. Some cultures see this as disrespectful, but in many American workplaces, sharing ideas, even when not directly asked, is encouraged as long as it's done professionally. Next, imposter syndrome. This is the feeling that you're not good enough or don't belong, even when you are qualified and capable. Many high-achieving immigrants experience this because they don't see people like themselves in leadership roles. And number 3 is daunting. Daunting is something that feels intimidating or overwhelming. For example, speaking up in a big meeting can feel daunting, but with practice, it becomes easier. I'll be sharing more of these workplace vocabulary lessons in future videos. So if you found them helpful, let me know in the comments.